Money's tight and the stocks are down in this town. A frown is the only crown. No more dreams of making it big. Just hope and pray we can still live. The market's crashed, the losses grow. We're left with nowhere else to go. Once rich men, now beggars in the street. Gone are the days of luxury and feast. Oh, Wall Street blues, we're feeling down. Lost our fortunes, we're left to drown. Oh, Wall Street blues, the markets fall, leaving us with nothing at all. Street blues, we're feeling down. Lost our fortunes, we're left to drown. Oh, Wall Street blues, the markets fall, leaving us with nothing at all.
Good morning. Buenos nachos, mi amigos. I hope you're having a good one. I don't know what to really say. I started off yesterday letting you all know that I was as giddy as a little schoolgirl because I finally had just a crusher of a trade. I was in a position that is shaping up to be my best trade of the entire year. So I'm going to be going over that. And I didn't think we were going to be able to top it. I didn't. I thought that was it. And that's why I was as giddy as could be. And then boy, oh boy, did I not expect what is going down today. Midday yesterday. The Discord knows about this. Join the Goonie Trading Discord. If you want to be a cool person and not an absolute loser, get your butt in the Goonie Trading Discord. You can join for free. Anyway, I threw a position in there and I said, hey, I have this big brain idea. I hope it works out. Little high risk, little high reward. Let's see how it plays out. And I never expected what is currently happening in the market to happen, but it's going down. And by going down, I mean like the play's working and technically the market's also going down. So I want to kind of give you a recap and all of that, but basically this isn't just a little bit of degeneracy. This isn't just a lot of degeneracy. What's going on in my trading account right now is beyond degeneracy. All the risk analysts out there in the world need to literally define a new word to figure out what I am doing because this is just crazy. It's absolutely nuts. So I'm going to be showing you guys all of that 100%. I'm going to be breaking it down, explain my plays. And obviously, folks, if you want this stuff in real time, not only do I give a lot of it out, obviously for 100% free on the streams, but there's even more useful information in the Discord. So make sure you're checking that out. Don't forget to use that code Goonie when you are signing up. But folks, before we get to the market, before we get to this morning opening session, which is clearly turning out to be an absolute bloodbath, we have some other important things to get into. I want to give you an update on some of the most recent political happenings because really it's the political statements and commentary that's causing the market to go down this morning. Then I want to quickly go over the major things to pay attention to for today and the remainder of the week. And then I also want to give you a very, very quick update on the most recent earnings because don't forget, we are in the middle of earnings season. So we have a lot to chit chat about, a lot. And before we get to all of that, very quickly, shout out to Upside. The free Upside app is a very, very easy way to earn real cash back on your daily essentials, groceries, dining, gas, Folks, this is no gimmick. It's not like there's a zillion ads. You don't pay to use it or anything like that. You check it out, download it right there. You scan that. It's pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video. It's called Upside. It's a free app that allows you to get cash back. You buy it the way you normally would, follow a couple easy peasy lemon squeezy steps in just their platform as you're going through it. It's a phone app, and then you get real cash back, and then you can transfer that out to your account. Highly recommend you all just give it a quick gander. Obviously, I think it's absurdly useful because you don't have to pay for it, and it's an extra way to put more money in your pocket. But the fact that they partnered up with us, the degenerate trading community, the fact that they partnered up with Rumble, special shout out to them. So I'll give you the whole spiel on them a little bit later, but trust me, you will not regret checking this one out. Scan it right there, absolutely free. And with that being said, let's switch it up. As you can see, well, maybe this is a better view right here. The SPY is taking a little bit of a puke, folks. The S&P 500 currently down 1%. The NASDAQ currently down 1.5%. I was watching a little bit of crypto, which is why I have Coinbase up. And obviously, you guys know that I've been really interested in what is or isn't happening with the Russell. And I think I'm going to have to make some more decisions on that today. But with all that being said, let's really get rocking with today's show. I hope you had a phenomenal day yesterday. I hope you had a great evening. I hope you made a bunch of money trading. I hope you got to celebrate at a Texas Roadhouse. And I hope you had a great night's rest, because we are ideally, fingers crossed, going to be crushing it today. S&P 500 futures fall 1% as investors continue to dump tech winners like NVIDIA. You heard that right. I, similar to you, thought it was pure blasphemy to say anything negative, bearish, or potentially just, I don't know, not I guess, diamond-handed degeneracy when it relates to NVIDIA. But we're starting to see a little bit of downward pressure, which is something we have not seen in NVIDIA or the semiconductor world in quite a while. And it's all related to some recent commentary from Trump. Before we get there, though, I have some other generic political updates I want to quickly get through with all of you. House Democrats circulate letter urging DNC to not rush Biden nomination. House Democrats are circulating a drafted letter urging the Democratic National Committee to slow down the nomination process for President Joe Biden, which could begin as soon as this Sunday. As of Tuesday, at least 19 Capitol Hill Democrats had come out publicly to urge Biden to bow out of the race following his debate fumble against Donald Trump in June. I don't know if a fumble is even an impactful enough word to explain how poorly that debate went. And then obviously all the other things that have played out from then until now, Biden seemingly is losing all of the momentum that he even had, which was only a modicum to begin with. Biden's mission to rescue his campaign with a flood of public appearances and competing with the turbocharged energy of the RNC days after the attempted this word. I don't know if I can say it. I think I get in trouble on one of the platforms I'm streaming on right now, YouTube, if I say that word, but you guys can read it. Anywho, this is very interesting. Tying it back to what we saw from Nate Silver not so long ago, within the past week or two, of the predicted steps and I guess like events that would play out to basically really enact the 25th Amendment, as in declaring Biden unfit to be president. It seems like we are speed running that list, and it's getting to the point now where there is not only just that private discontent within the Democratic Party, but now it's becoming very public. Now I get it. I know some of you in here, probably half of you in here right now watching, want Biden to be the next president. And I would say, hey, I feel for you, because your party kind of stabbed you in the back. It kind of stabbed the public in the back, putting up a truly geriatric person whose brain is absolute mush. It is not fair to not just the Democrats. It's not fair to literally everyone in the nation that this is the guy leading the party. And I don't know why they just couldn't have nominated a better person. And maybe they will. We don't know. But even if they do, there's not that much time. I mean, heck, we're already in the end of July or middle of July by the time they even have the nominee. It's going to be August. And then the election's in November. So you have August, September, October, and then what? Half of November, most of November. You have 4 months when Trump's not only campaigning, but he has absurd momentum. So with that being said, it's not just me. It's not just my opinion that Donald Trump has the most momentum right now. The betting markets fully agree. as of mid-July, after all of the craziness that's been playing out, the betting markets, i.e. poly market, are saying that Donald Trump, the former president, has a 70% chance of being president once again, followed by 19% Joe Biden, Kamala Harris at 6%, and then Michelle Obama is actually coming in at 2%. So with that type of a lead at this moment in time, I'm of the opinion that it's actually insurmountable, but obviously time will tell. And I'm not saying that it's 100% gimme. There are other models out there, such as Nate Silver's from 538. He's actually having Biden still win. At least their model is. Clearly, his public commentary has been more that, oh, Donald Trump's obviously going to win. But their model, their fancy, schmancy, nerdy model, is actually still having Biden win. And I don't mean this rhetorically at all. Am I in too much of an echo chamber? I don't get what's going on. How someone needs to sit me down and explain this to me. How is it possible? This is the most updated poll. Like, this is the most recent one from 538, which always like prides itself on just being like the most advanced mathematical model predicting these types of things, specifically the presidential campaign and events and that type of stuff. They do get into other things, but anyway, that's besides the point. This, as of now, the most recent one is having Biden win 53 out of 100, Trump winning 46, and then no winner, I guess 4 times out of 1,000 different simulations. How is that possible? Is this, I don't know, like, I get that I'm into like the troll side of the internet, and I would argue that the troll side of the internet is more supportive of Trump. Am I too close? Am I too close to the tree to see the like, what? How is it that the betting market has Trump winning at 70%, but then allegedly one of the best predictive statistic models is still having Biden win more than half a time? Like, what? And then I'm even more confused, because Nate Silver, who's the nerdy math dude who's running 538, he's talking about how it's like just Trump's clearly winning right now. I don't get it. And in fact, this is an update where Biden, he's actually increasing. Not long ago, right above my head right here, you can see Biden at 51%. Now he's jumping up to 53. What? And I don't know. I think maybe people are giving 538, this predictive model, too much weight, because yes, 2 or 3 elections ago, it nailed it spot on. And ever since then, it's more wrong than it is right. So I'm just thinking that maybe the model, maybe the explanation is as simple as it's bust, because the betting markets in no way agree whatsoever. Just wanted to share that because I found it interesting. I found it astounding. But like I said, maybe I'm just a little bit too close to the tree to see the entire forest. Or maybe we're all just being completely brainwashed. You never know.
Extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is 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 extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Maybe something wild is actually going on. This is the state of mainstream media, folks. Let's just regurgitate the same BS and shove it down everyone's throat. And let's just hope that no one is unburdened by what has been. All right. Trump says he would let the Fed chair Powell finish his term if he wins in November, according to Bloomberg, which is a bit of a surprise because Trump has not had the nicest things to say about old Jerome Powell. The Republican presidential candidate told Bloomberg Businessweek he would allow the Fed chair to finish his term if he wins in November. Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, who took the helm of the central bank in 2018, has had a strained relationship with the former president. In 2019, Trump had called for lower interest rates, urging the rate policy at the time. Oh, sorry. I was playing with Piper too much this morning. Too super active in the morning, and I just once again refuse to take any allergy pills because I need to toughen my body up. Which, side note, I don't want to degrade from this story at all. I started P90X because my friend basically said, hey, do it. And he already bought access to P90X. So I started doing it. And you always hear of it like, that's the way to get fit. P90X. Oh, I was a fat fucking loser. Now I'm on P90X and I'm awesome. I'm taller. I'm handsomer. I'm darker. It all works. That type of thing. I'm experiencing nothing about that. But the funniest thing, why everyone in here should try P90X, and this isn't some sort of like CrossFit pitch where I'm like, oh, we all do it, blah, blah, blah. Like almost like the way a vegan walks in and they literally can't not tell you that they're a vegan. The funniest thing about P90X is it was shot in the early 2000s. And they use like the camera technology of the 90s, and the music and the lighting and all of it has a very like strong 90s like porno vibe. And on top of it, it seems like everyone, like all the coaches and everyone in the room that they're filming it is like just coked out of their mind. By far the most fun shit about P90X is it has a 90s porno vibe and everyone is seemingly coked out. It's just so wild. I've never seen anything like it before. It feels like just a giant joke of what's going on. They just found their like local crackhead who is like just absolutely ripped. And they're like, hey man, can you just bounce around for an hour? He's like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, we'll just turn on the camera. You're already doing it, brother. That's the vibe I'm getting. I don't even know if it's good to work out. I don't know if they're commentary, they're stretching. I don't know if any of it's good, but you will laugh. You will 100% laugh and have a great time. All right. So anyway, back to this, which is probably more important. In 2019, Trump had called for lower interest rates, urging the rate policy at the time put the U.S. at a disadvantage against other nations. He took to social media to criticize the central bank leader. In February of this year, Trump told Fox Business he wouldn't reappoint Powell. So not reappointing him, but going to kind of let him finish out his term. So obviously they can't have that much of a adversarial relationship, if you will. Now, that was a big update coming out from business, but the reason the market is taking a hit this morning, which once again, clearly taking a hit, the SPY is down 1.07%, the Qs are down 1.55%. Now even the Russell's taking a bit of a hit. Trump says Taiwan should pay for U.S. for defense. Shares of chip giant TSMC fall. All right, so that's Taiwan Semiconductor, obviously very important in the whole process of making the processing chips. But right here, global chip stocks from NVIDIA to ASML fall on geopolitical Trump comments. So the semiconductor subsector of tech, the processing chips, the GPUs, the CPUs, basically the fancy schmancy brains that are needed to make some of our most important technology work. Think about AI, think about data centers, think about crypto, think about gaming. Very, very important. That is the subsector of tech that has been sending the market, the tech sector, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, even a little bit of the Dow, sending it to the moon. There's a very, very strong argument of, well, not a strong argument, we know it quantifiably, that a lot of the gains we've seen this year is because of a small cohort of semiconductor stocks. And when I say semiconductor, think about those processing chips. So as those have been running, everyone's like, okay, well, it seems a little bit bubble. The question is, when is the bubble gonna go? And this might be the start of it. I don't know. I don't have a future ball. My astronaut over there can tell the future. That's what his little fortune telling ball is about. But he never tells me what he's seeing. So unfortunately, I'm in the passenger seat with all of you guys on the ride, not knowing where we're going. But this is why things are taking a bit of a hit this morning. Global chip stocks fell sharply with ASML, which remember ASML. Okay, so the way this all works is you have chip designers like NVIDIA, then you have ones such as ASML, which are going to create the machinery that companies like TSMC use to actually create the chip. So NVIDIA would be an example of a designer. ASML makes the special machinery. TSMC buys that special machinery to fabricate the chips to the design specs of a company like NVIDIA. Then obviously there's even more upstream and downstream plays. A super upstream play would be the companies that mine the materials and refine the materials that are needed for all of this. And then a downstream play would be, okay, who's buying the chips off of someone like NVIDIA? Who are these data centers? So just to give you a little bit of a mental framework of how this is all put together. Anyway, they fell sharply amid reports of tighter export restrictions from the U.S. and a ramping up of geopolitical tensions. This is not news. This is not new news. It's just more extreme news. We already know that Biden and this administration is ramping up the export controls, and it looks like they're going to just keep going higher and higher. Obviously, we're in this like weird tech Cold War with China. Bloomberg reported on Wednesday that the Biden administration is considering using a wide-sweeping rule to clamp down on companies exporting their critical chip making equipment to China. Donald Trump said Taiwan should pay for the U.S. for defense in an interview with Bloomberg Business Week published yesterday. This interview is out. I highly recommend, if you guys have a free 10, 20, 30 minutes to read this full interview. It is very, very insightful, very, very telling, especially for people like us who are degenerately trading in the world's largest casino. What was said in this, it's a very, very good breakdown. So when you have some time, highly recommend reading that interview. This is some spicy drama from yesterday. Elon Musk's quote unquote final straw moment marks political transformation. What in the world is that about? Elon Musk says SpaceX and X, aka Twitter, headquarters are moving to Texas, blames California trans student privacy law. Now, I know that's quite the intense headline, but this is how it all happened. Actually, let me dig into this a little bit more. So it all started with Gavin Newsom, the leader of California, the person who seemingly no one likes, but he keeps getting reelected. Gavin Newsom signed AB 1955 today, which bans schools for making rules requiring parental notification if a child identifies as transgender. So basically, schools are allowed to have information about kids and not tell the parents, which is a bit crazy, but is it really that crazy for the state of California? So the state is the parent in California now, which is wild, absolutely wild. So Elon, seeing this, said this is the final straw. Because of this law and many others that preceded it, attacking both families and companies, SpaceX will now move its HQ to Hawthorne, California, to Starbase, Texas. And then on top of that, he didn't stop there, and XHQ will move to Austin. So he's basically picking up his companies from California, X, aka Twitter, and SpaceX, and moving them to California, from California to Texas, due to obviously his disdain and clearly not in agreement with some of the political, legal, and business direction of California, which is just another example of many, many, many things going on. Of California is, once again, like I guess I keep using this term today, speed running. It is speed running itself to a failed state. If you look at the numbers, the people moving to California, people moving out, it's a lot more on the latter. It's a lot more on the latter. People are tired of paying an absurd amount of money in taxes to be surrounded by homeless, where they're not being protected at all. Homeless can do whatever they want. You have crazy loitering issues. You have crazy business issues. You have crazy DEI issues. The one positive thing that California has is honestly just the weather. It does. I think we can all agree it has pretty immaculate weather. So like there's a positive. The geography, it's a beautiful state. Unfortunately, it's just being run into the ground. It's actually like truly sad to see. Side political note, just because we covered it a couple of weeks ago, Democratic Senator Bob Menendez found guilty on all counts in corruption charges. This is the dude who, he's like, hey, I grew up in like a bad area, so like I like to just like squirrel away gold bars and cash, and don't worry about the fact that Egyptian representatives were buying me a Mercedes. Like, don't worry about that at all. Obviously, all a little bit suspect. At one point, he was trying to throw his wife under the bus and blame it all on her. And obviously, the legal system saw through it. But yes, Democratic Senator Bob Menendez found guilty on all 16 counts in corruption trial. And the reason he was found guilty is because the guy was corrupt as fuck. He was found guilty on all counts Monday after being tried on charges of accepting bribes, including cash and gold bars, to benefit the governments of Egypt and Qatar. the guy should just be thrown away, lock him up. This is a political figure with a lot of power, and when that's abused, when you stab your constituents and the citizens and the people of your area in the back, just lock him up and throw away the key. It's as easy as that. It's as easy as that. So just wanted to give you an update there. I'm sure eventually we're going to get all of like the official, I guess, punishment. So when I see that, I'll let you guys know, but absolutely wild. All right, bringing it more specifically back to the world's largest casino. Today, early this morning, we got the CPI out of the Eurozone, as in Europe. They expected 2.5%. We came in at 2.5%. For all my energy traders, at 10:30 a.m. o'clock, we are going to get crude oil inventories. So if you're an energy trader, once again, just pay attention to that. Now, don't forget, we have lots of earnings. We are officially at the start of earnings season. ASML, Johnson & Johnson, all reported this morning after the market closes. United, Discover, tomorrow, TSMC, Netflix, Domino's. Feel free to screenshot this. Feel free to go to @eWhispers on Twitter. It's a great account. They just give this stuff out for free. Phenomenal. I really like the graphics. And then, yes, we're underway with earnings season. We're really starting off with some tech plays, but a lot of financial plays. And then next week and the week after is really when we get into some of these tech plays. ASML booking surge as AI chip demand boosts purchase of its critical semiconductor tools. So obviously that sounds good, but don't forget, even though it did well on earnings, it's now down 7.8% because of what is going on with Biden and really the US government versus the Chinese government. It's getting hit on this news. The other one, Spirit Airlines forecasts wider quarterly loss as revenue falls short of expectations. I believe Spirit is Save. Save is currently down 5% this morning. Adidas shares rise 4% after hiking 2024 guidance. And then I'm not the biggest pharmaceutical trader out there or anything. Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly shares slide on new obesity drug trial from Roche. So everyone's trying to get into the world of, I guess, making people skinny. A magic pill that I just curbs your appetite. And the fact that the competition is ramping up is making people, I don't know, not as confident in their original play, or just really, it's just the market's becoming crowded. Obviously, I still think there's a lot of money, but the question is who's going to win all of that money. If you haven't already, get your butt on Locals. MattKors.locals.com. This is the community center where you can do the giveaways. It's how you get connected to the Discord. It's where you get the weekly newsletter. It's where you get the daily trade updates. MattKors.locals.com is the community center. I break down every single weekend. I get this email to your email inbox, or this newsletter to your email inbox. I break down the week, let you know what I'm looking for in the upcoming week. I give you all the major macroeconomic events, all the earnings. I highlight the ones you're going to care about. And then I also let you know what's going on with seasonality. Today, historically, has been won by the bulls 60% of the time over the past 25 years. This is a look at the hypothetical equity curve you would have if you bought it open and sold at close on the S&P 500 futures market. I mean, it is leaning bullish, but today ain't looking bullish, brother. So obviously there is that to consider. And then tomorrow does get a bit more bullish, and then Friday is definitely bearish. Now, to very quickly give you an update from yesterday, my 0 DTE degen trades, I made $1.3 thousand. Unfortunately, Piper only hit on the Q play, not on the SPY play. So one hit, as in the Qs right here, and then one missed, the SPY. So yesterday, at the minimum sizing of 358, unfortunately, it was a loss of 108. Here were my trades. I had a miss, lost 1.4, lost 1.3, made 1.8, made 900, and made 1,300. So I ended up having 5 little scalp trades throughout the day. The first 2, not so good. The final 3, I was able to hone in. And in terms of grading myself, I think I overtraded, but I'm really happy that I kept my risk within control. Speaking of keeping my risk within control, you guys know for a minute, I've been swinging this monster of a position. Now, I want to clarify. I started with 75. I started with 75 of these IWM calls. I dropped 15 of them yesterday, i.e., while I'm down to 60, I dropped 1/5 of the position to cover my cost basis. So I locked in about almost 13K. As of yesterday's close, it was at 45. So yes, the play was over $50,000 when you count the position that I caught. So I want to see where that opens this morning. Obviously, IWM, Do we just switch? Holy shit, hang on. It's going to pop. I was just about to show you this. Hang on 1 second. I need this to update because I'm in these Q puts that are going to about to pay. Whenever this updates, dude, this is going to go nuts. Come on, update. Show me the money. Show me the money. Update. Please update. Please update. 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 Dude, this is killing me. My nerves. What am I at? My nerves. There we go. All right, so here we are. This is now at 37, and now this is at 2.5. So we got the first update of the day. So losing some value from yesterday, but obviously this Q play. I did get Q puts. If this is another thing in the Discord, I got them yesterday, obviously already up by 2.5. So I need to make some sort of decision with that. And then obviously I need to make some sort of decision with this where I think I made the right play. I locked in a fifth of the position. So no matter how bad it gets, obviously I'm break even. Like I'm not going to lose money on this play. So really it's just all like, when do I decide to get out? So I think I made the right play by getting out about a fifth of it. I sold 15 of them at 850. Obviously we're trading at 791 right now. So I need to make some decisions with that. I need to make some decisions with honestly everything this morning. Because so I have those Q puts, and if you're curious about those Q puts, yes, this was obviously, as you guys might anticipate, hang on, where is it? Where's swingers? As you might anticipate, this is, I guess, my best example or one of many examples of why you should get in the Discord right here. Yesterday at noon o'clock, I decided to get into some Q puts. I had my explanation right there. This is all called out in real time. I also give you my 0 DTs in real time. You can see that there's a Piper strategy. Here's another strategy that we're working on. You can see there's a lot of people already in chat. So just to kind of put my money where my mouth is and show you that no, folks, like this is all happening. It's like not this Monday morning quarterbacking bullshit. It's all happening truly in real time. So just wanted to share that with you. I think obviously you guys should all get into the Discord, and I just wanted to let you know where we're at on my positions. I wanted to show you how this is all going. Obviously today we're not starting off on the strongest note. In the past week, I'm up $46,000, and in the past month, I'm up $62,000 just to show you this real-time stuff. 62, 46, and then today looking a little bit rocky. But if the Russell can keep pushing to the upside, and then if the Qs keep going to the downside, which I do have a specific target just below 487, hopefully I can crack that $100,000 mark today. It got real close yesterday, but we're not that far away. I think we can maybe pull something off here. Maybe with a little bit of luck, and we'll be able to put it all together. All right, so there's this buy. Obviously, I do want to let you know that there is the upside gap fill to 562.10. The Qs, there's an upside gap fill to 493.15. Here's my target, 486.86 or 486.86. Yes, that's my target. Let me add an alert there because that's where I should be. I don't know. I might take profits there. It depends on the intraday trend. And then obviously I'm looking for the Russell to get back up to, I would love for it to tag 225 again today, but I need to be careful because this might be the day that I have to take all of my profits on the Russell. I'm going to take what the market gives me. If the market's trending up, I'm going to keep riding it. If the Russell keeps going, your boy's going to be in the trend. This is a trend following trade. I'm not arbitrarily just taking it at a price level. That's not the point of the trade. The point of the trade is for me to be in the trend as long as it lasts. And as of now, like, yeah, I get that it's taking a bit of a hit at the moment, but I don't know, it's recovering decently. It's not that far away. It's $1 away from where we closed yesterday. So I think maybe Lady Luck is still shining upon me. Now I see a bunch of you babies talking about some of these meme stocks. It's up 2%. Is that special? I don't get it. Why is everyone freaking out? Hang on. This is taking a hot minute to load. Wait, you guys are screaming about AMC and GME. AMC's not even up 1%, and GME is up 50 cents. That's what you guys are yelling about? You know, if you're going to try to pump some shit, at least make it like exciting. Don't give me GME when it's up 60 cents and AMC is up literally 6 cents. You guys are losing your mind because AMC is up 6 cents. You're like, dog, you gotta look at it, bro. dude, oh my God, Adam Aaron, we're squeezing. Diamond-handed apes, brother. We're going. 6 cents. Hell yeah. Hell, oh, fuck yeah, brother. We're squeezing. These shorts are gonna pay. Dude, what the fuck? You literally wanted me to look at this trash when it's up 5 cents, 6 cents. That's what you wanted. Holy shit. You guys are going to get so rocked by the market. So rocked. You don't even know your competition, man. You know, if that's a thing, they're like, dude, we're up. We're up, brother. We're going. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. It's the fact that people are still, I don't know. Come on, are we coming back on this? There we go. Whoa, into the green. We were in the green a little bit more. Your boy, look at that bounce back. Dude, I want this. All right. I just want this to say 100K. Let's cross that line, brother. We're fucking crossing the 100K line. Let's go. Let's go. 42K and 2.3K respectively. I got to watch these plays like a hawk. We should also probably bring up the options market because it feels like today's the day where I'm going to have to make some decisions. It does have that kind of a vibe. All right, let's bring up a couple things here. All right, so what we're going to look at is this one. We're going to drop this, and we're going to go mag 7. All right, looks like maybe there's a data issue, or maybe, what time is it? We're 6 minutes in. Maybe it just needs a second to breathe. DJT is popping. See, this is something actually moving. Like, while people are losing their mind about 2% on GME, that's just, it's wild. You guys crack me up. You guys absolutely crack me up, you know? All right. The graphic's not updating properly, but we are in the green. I guess I'm following this, not really. I don't know. I'm up. We're pushing there. Just 1.5. 1.5. Oh, kind of crazy breaking news. Unconfirmed, but the president of China, President Xi Jinping, reportedly suffered a stroke this morning. Social media in China is abuzz with news that President Xi suffered a stroke during a CCP meeting. Although there is no official confirmation yet, the viral news has caused significant unrest. Kind of wild if true. So just want to let you know that not only is there, I guess, like financial, economic news going on and playing out with relation to China and semiconductors, but literally just on a political figure stage, maybe potentially suffering a stroke. So wanted to share that with all of you guys. IWM recovering as I need it, and Q's going down as I need it. You guys know my target levels. I want to see the break of 225 on IWM, and I would love this upside gap fill at 228.54. And on the Q's, I mean, I have it marked out here. It's as simple as previous highs. I'm looking at 486.86. I have an alert there, and I should probably just not even let it revert whatsoever because there is that chance of the upside gap fill. So IWM pushing strongly. The SPY, a little bit of a different story. There's also an upside gap fill there at 562.10. I don't really have any thoughts on or opinions on the SPY today. I really don't enjoy trading the SPY when it's just so mismatched with the Qs. But I do like DJT going up. I do like IWM going up. OKLO, what is this one? What is OKLO? What is this company? A financial conglomerate. Looks like it was a SPAC deal, pinned to $10. Must have got its announcement spiked and then got dumped. Looks like it's fighting back. If it pushes above and holds above this EMA cloud, you might be able to get in with minimal risk. And if it comes back, I don't know anything about the company, but in basic risk to reward management, it seems like it's getting to a point to where it might be switching from bearish to bullish. Engages in the development of fission reactors. It provides clean energy through the design and deployment of fast fission power plants. Interesting. I haven't heard of this one before, but I'd have to, like, if you're asking me as an investment, I know nothing about it. But in terms of just like technical analysis, if it can push above like maybe the high 9s and hold there, I would just risk the bottom of the breakout bar and hopefully you could catch the trend back to the upside. All right, the SPY catching itself at the close from 2 days ago, or excuse me, the low from 2 days ago. That's what the dotted red line is. The Q's catching itself at the intraday low. I want this to go down about another $1. And the Russell, the small cap sector, recovering very, very nicely. All right, where are we at? Is this how we do? There we go. 100,000. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how sick that is? 100,000. Past week alone, $53,000. Past month, $69,000. Ooh, we broke that number. This account was funded with $30,000. That's more than a 200% gain. And in the past month right there, 200%. 217% gain in 1 month of trading. That's fucking wild. I cannot articulate how much dopamine is coursing through my brain right now. This fucking, it's like heroin, man. Not that I've ever done heroin. And hey, if there's kids listening, you shouldn't do heroin. It's like uniquely bad and will ruin your life. But had I ever done heroin, I would imagine that it feels like this. Like, I would imagine it is just your brain getting bombarded with amazing feelings of elation. The only way to really decide what to do here, if I should be taking my money, if I should be leaving my money, obviously, the only thing we can reasonably do is ask the market gods via our tarot cards. That's the only thing we can reasonably do. I mean, right now, whenever faced with a big decision, it's not up to you and your breakdowns and your due diligence when it's a game of odds, probability, and uncertainties. What you have to do is ask the people who are in control. And in this particular case, we will be counting on the market gods to be telling us what we should do with this position. 3, 2, 1. Good. Abracadabra. Alakazam. O market gods, I am nothing but a mere vessel, a mere servant here to do your bidding. I trust in the heart of cards, and I appreciate your insights. Four of Wands. Oops. We pulled the Four of Wands, folks. The Four of Wands. All right, we got to look this one up. We got to look this bad mamma jamma up. Hang on a second. We got to look this bad mamma jamma up. What in the world is happening over here? What in the world is happening over here? The Four of Wands. Hang on. Hang on. Let me break it out. Let me break out the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. I hope it's a good one. I really do. Four of Wands, 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 Five of Wands, Four of Wands. A joyous card that reflects a sense of completion. Perhaps you have finished a work project, a piece of art, or a home renovation. There is harmony and happiness, and possibly a new romance or home. Rifts may be healed and past errors left behind as you move into a happier place. Dude, folks, you cannot make this up. Seriously, you cannot make this up. It knows. It 100% knows. You know what doesn't know, though? Is apparently... Oh no, I'm on the wrong workspace. None of my strategies are going to run today. Shoot. Uh-oh. Let me deactivate all of that. Well, that's frustrating. That's very frustrating. Crap. Do I just want to trade them all together? Do I have to manually trade all of this today? An Apex copier. Oh, brother. Okay. I haven't done this in a hot minute, and it's for good reason. Generally, when I manually trade everything together, it ends very, very poorly. It ends very, very poorly. 275. It generally ends not in a way that I need it to end. Okay. When in Rome, 275. When in Rome, we're going to have to go manual today. We're going to have to go manual today. Shit. I don't like this. My heart's already pumping. My heart is already pumping. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. So many things going wrong. So many things going right. I didn't hit my target yet here. I did not hit. Why is this not working? I need data. I'm flying dark, Batman. I'm flying dark. There might be issues at the CBO or the CME, wherever they're getting this data right now, maybe even the OCC. Oh, man. Where are we at? No way. This has to be more than 100. Why is it so slow at updating this right now? Is there data issues across? There we go. That's where it should be. The Russell's coming back. The Qs are still bleeding off. All right, 9:45. All right. We're going to get into this one today. I have not done this in a minute, folks. I have not done this one in a hot minute. The manual trade with all 20 of my accounts. Generally, I like to split it up, diversify some of the risk. But this is what I've been given today by the market gods. The market gods have called upon me. The Four of Wands. Allegedly, we are in a happier spot. Oh, allegedly. Allegedly. Come on, brother. All right. I will let these cards speak through me. All right, I'm looking like a sniper. I will be waiting for the perfect opportunity. Like a sniper, I have my trade copier set up, I hope properly.
Order filled.
There we go. I like this. Come on. Don't screw me over. Don't screw me over. I saw a little bit of a breakdown in the short time frame, and it is rapidly screwing me over. Come on. Come back. Fight it back. All right. I'm going to get ready to close this if need be. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Here we go. A little bit more. Give me the official breakdown. Give me the official breakdown. 22. Where's 22? If it can come below 22, I'm going to be feeling good. Wait a second. It didn't propagate it. What is happening? It's only trading on one account. I thought it'd be trading on all 20. All right. Well, this is obviously not the best start to the day. Hang on. Let me just close
Order
that.
filled.
Let me lock in a quick profit there and figure out what in the... I think this is how often I don't use the trade copier. All right. So that was meant to be on all, and I could have probably been done at this point. But hang on, maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe that was a fortuitous mistake. You never know. You never, ever know. Yeah, that pew thing, that's like a sound from the trade copier. That, I mean, you could see only one traded right here. So trying to figure out what in the world is happening on that one. Trying to figure out what in the world is happening. All right, does seem as if the Bears are in control, but how much control do they really, really have? All right, just watching this. I want to see if we push a new high. I would like for this to start breaking down because then we're just keeping with the trend.
Order filled.
Okay, there we go. It seems like it worked on most of these. And it's quickly going against me, unfortunately. Come on, come back down. Come back down. Come back down. Where are we at? IWM's popping. What are the Qs doing? Come on, Qs, break down. This is what I want right here. I want the Qs down to 487. The Qs down to 487. I'm trading the NASDAQ on the futures market, which is why I'm watching the Qs, but the Russell's taking off above 225. Come on. Come on, Qs. This is your moment. This is your moment to break down. This is your moment to break down. Come on. Vomit, vomit, vomit. Dude, every time it looks like it's about to break, it just doesn't. Come on. Come on. Like I said, I care about this 22 level, and it's just finding support right there. Shit. Well, that's not good for me. Come on. Come on. Snap it. Snap it. Snap it. Good. Snap this line. Snap the trend. Snap the trend. You could do it. One more push. One more push. All right.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order filled.
Wait, what? Why did this one start trading again? 20, 21. That was random.
Order filled.
I don't know what happened there. Bada bing, bada boom. Dude, your boy cannot fucking miss. Folks, what the fuck? What? What? I can't miss, man. Dude, oh my God. Unlike Thomas, I don't miss. I can't miss. Look at 500 on everything across the board. All these accounts, count them up. Count them the fuck up. Dude, I am on one. I am on a heater, right? Look at this. What? Oh. Dude. Folks, are you fucking seeing this? Dude, I am beyond a fucking heater. I am beyond a heater. Are you fucking kidding? I just can't. Dude, I can't. I literally am incapable of missing. Too soon? Shut up. It was hilarious and you guys know it. It was hilarious and you know it. Don't be a fucking baby. Dude, I should end the stream tonight. Why ruin this? Why ruin this? I could just end the day now. And I could be, yeah, I crushed it. Folks, I don't know. This is it. This is it. Remember, I sold a fifth yesterday. I used to have 75. Now I'm back up to 50K. Easy. Easy. You know what's my other big brain play? Right here. Qs. Up 3K. A little bit of a kicker there. If you guys aren't in the Discord, you're a silly goose. Very honestly, if you are not in the Discord learning from this stuff right now, this isn't just like firing from the hip. This is like in-depth discussion of what we're seeing, what we should be doing, this, that, the other thing. You're an actual silly goose. You have a master's degree from Silly Goose University. You were the valedictorian of Silly Goose Expertise 405. That's the class you specialized in. Your thesis, your doctoral thesis was literally in how to be the silliest if you're not in that Discord. Where is the resistance in IWM? The resistance is where I sell. I am the market, Christopher. I decide how this goes down. You know the resistance? It's the point that your boy gets out. I get out, that's the resistance. It has nothing to do with these pussies at BlackRock or Citadel or Vanguard or any of these. 0.72 sec, all of them. All of them, dude, every morning they call me up. Yo, Matt, what are you seeing in the market? What should we do today? Like, really appreciate your time. Do you know how many calls on a daily basis I have to decline from Steve Cohen, Bill Ackman, Warren Buffett? Dude, they're so annoying. They're like, there I am. I'm crushing it. I'm playing with Piper. We're hanging out. She's scratching stuff. And I'm saying, hey, don't scratch that. I'm playing with, and I just ring. Matt, help us out. We don't know what to get into. I'm nervous. I'm scared. Dude, that is the call from every single fucking hedge fund person right now in Wall Street to me. It's annoying. At a certain point, I'm going to start sending them a bill for my phone calls because they text me. I go way over my rates. They call me. They FaceTime me. Hey, can you look at this? What are your thoughts on that? Dude, all day nonstop, all freaking day. It's so tiring. It's so tiring. It doesn't stop. Like, I don't get a minute to myself. I don't get a minute to myself. Like, it's actually getting to the point that it's cutting into my crying in the shower time. And I know that's crazy to say. I know that's absolutely crazy to say, but there's points where I have to cut my crying in the shower time in half because of the amount of times I'm getting called by people running Wall Street. Dude, it's to the point you would be so surprised to know how many emails I haven't answered from Jerome Powell. He's emailing me, Matt, what should we do? Matt, what should we do with the Fed fund rate? And I'm like, dude, I can't keep doing this, man. Like, I get it. I get that you need help. I get that you're in a dire situation, and I want to help you out. I want to help the country out. But what about me time? I don't know. It's crazy. It's when you're the best in the world at trading, arguably the universe, these are just, I don't know, heavy lies to the crown. It really does, which is why I've been a little stressed right here in my neck. It's just, not only is it the crown that is like heavy on my neck, like it just, I don't know, I need to stretch it out, but it's also just like the pure density of my brain. Like, I don't think I have an abnormal head, like size head. I'm not really sure. But there's been many doctors who have said this, like just the density. It's not at the point of singularity where there's like literal infinite density, but it's like right below it. It's right below it. So when you just push like the size of the fucking organ that's like really just ripping it in the skull of mine and add on also the crown, it's just nuts, folks. Like, it's just, dude, these traps, they're working overtime. Like, I have to literally just pay this muscle group every single 2 weeks. That's how I pay my employees. I have to pay them overtime. They're getting triple time in a normal 2-week period because of how much work they're doing. It's nuts. It's nuts. Showing IWM down. Well, the Russell's not down because it's on the screen right here. Did you say your brain is dense? It is dense. Do you know how many fucking, dude, this is the neurons of a small island nation in one head. It is dense. Not dense as in people are dumb and they don't let information in. Dense as in like the scientific, biological, physical meaning, dense. Like there's a lot of mass in a small area, approaching the density of a singularity. I'm seeing who's the dense people in here not understanding. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll explain it to you. You know what? For you guys, I'll take my time from assisting the world's leading economists of what's going on in the world. I'll stop answering them and I'll help you guys because it seems like maybe you're in a little bit more assistance. And hey, they're the ones with the PhDs running the entire global economy. Take my money. What are you, my mom? What are you, my mom? Dude, if I listen to you guys, no, seriously, if I listened to you guys, you would have had me taking my profits, I don't know, $40,000 ago. If I had listened to you folks on this, all you scaredy pants, whiny fucking babies, I would have not had this money. I would not have been able to afford the plethora of jorts I just bought off of Amazon. I wouldn't. I would be jortless. I wouldn't have been able to invest in new bedazzled jorts. I would have been a normal shorts wearing person like you. But now, because of the fact that I realized you guys were wrong, I was able to invest in bedazzled jorts, and I'm going to be the talk of the summer. I'm going to be lighting the Hampton social media scene up. But no, you guys wanted me to be a normal short wearing person when now I can finally afford bedazzled jorts. I might even get, I think I should have probably taken profits there. Hang on, everyone shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Is this going to keep going? What do I do? All right, well, that's not working. How are these cooking? I thought they'd be up more by now. Oh, they are up. Hang on. It just has an update. This is saying 628, but it's at 650. It's moving too quick. Come on, give me the money. Give me the money. Give me the money. Do I just want to take all this money? Do I want to take all this money? Hang on. Everyone, folks, people are working here. People are working. Load layout. All right. Load layout. Hang on. I'm going to get to you in a second. I just need to make sure that my cockiness and my arrogance doesn't cost me money here. Okay. The SPY is turning. The Qs are going. Coin is back in the green, actually. IWM, there's that. Load layout. Load layout. There's the SPY. Okay. I'm in good shape for now. I just needed to double check a couple things. Or do I just want to take it? Or I could take part of it. Your boy could take part of it. I could, you don't have to go all in and all out. I could scale in, I could scale out. That's not the craziest suggestion. It's not the crazy. Is the future Mr. Matt watching Hawaii honeymoon? Dude, you think I'm going to tell my fiance about this? You guys, you have another thing coming if you think my fiance is going to find out about this money. If you at all think the person that I'm about to be financially and due to the government intertwined with is going to find out about this, bro, you have another thing coming. You have another thing coming if you don't think this is about to be quickly run down to Atlantic City and be thrown on black. You're an absolute fucking crazy person if you think that this is going to go into a checking account. Matt, a high yield account. You could get 5% on that. Dude, you know where I could get 100%? It's called betting on black. It's called driving down, taking a 2.5-hour trip down to AC, calling them up, saying your boy's here, and I'm putting it on black. Dude, easy come, easy go. You know what's cool about 100K? Is it's one bet away from 200K. That's the coolest thing. You babies. Oh, get the high yield. Go sell some premium. Make a smart financial decision. Folks, I'm not in the business of making smart decisions. I'm not. And it's gotten me here. I honestly think making smart decisions is overstated. I really, really do. So we're here to make bad decisions. It's got me to this point. It got me all of you guys, my internet friends. Nah, 100K, 0DT, SPX options. We could do that. What are we doing, dude? We're getting a little ahead of ourselves today. It's the Four of Wands, brother. It's the Four of Wands. Oh, brother. Okay, I really can't let the Russell come down that much because my plays will be dwindling. All right. I need to set up just in case just in case I get a little bit too ahead of myself, I do need to set up some reasonable alerts. All right, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute on NQ, bearish. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute on, excuse me, that's NQ. This was the S&P 500. 5, 10, 30 on the S&P 500, bearish. 5, 10, 30 on the NASDAQ NQ, even more bearish. 5, 10, and 30 bullish, but the 10 minute was a little bit suspect on the Russell. And this is what I'm worried about. I'm worried that if the SPY takes this big of a hit, what will the impact on the Russell end up actually being? Because as this bleeds, I'm losing value. I'm losing some value. Dude, the Qs are getting murked right now. Yeah, we're losing a little bit of value on this. We're losing a little bit of value. What's that at? 67 has me under. Every cent is $60. So I need to sell this at like $10. Can I get this in at $10? So I'm not liking this. I don't like this downtrend. I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to be balanced. I like this higher high. I like this higher low. I don't like the retraction on the intraday, but it's also not a day trade. So I'm trying to not get too bogged down in the details of just the minute to minute movement, because really what I should care about is the 30-minute chart, the 4-hour chart, and really the daily chart, because I do have this goal of 228.54. And the reason I have that goal is because it's an upside gap fill from way back when. So I'm trying to keep, you can see it best on the daily right here. It's an upside gap fill all the way back to 21. Really, Thanksgiving. Shit, it's breaking down, isn't it? Fuck me. Okay. I can't let this go below 38,000 because I already locked in 12. So for me to make 50K on this trade, I cannot let this drop below 38,000. And for those of you who just want the proof, here's my history. IWM, you can see right there that yesterday I sold 15 and I made 12.7K off of it. So that's already locked in. I sold at 850. I sold 15 of them right here. Here's all the time. Here's everything. So, well, dude, how bad are these getting hit right now? So right now there's such a sell-off that it's even impacting small cap. Oh, how do I want to handle this? SPY's dipping. Qs are dipping. SPY's coming up to an interesting point. SPX is exactly at 5,600. So this might be a key support level, 5,600. I think my head might be blocking it right there. I'm curious how this is going to react. Come on, Russell, catch a bid. Come on, Russell, you could do it. Recapture 225. The Qs are just getting smoked. This is really balancing it out for me. I mean, I guess in a weird way, I could say it's a 50K day because like this could be 5K. This could be 45K between the two. Dude, the Russell is getting hit. Come on, Russell, bounce back. Where's this rotation? Where's this rotation, brother? Where's this rotation? Decisions. It's getting a bit choppy. Getting a bit choppy on me. I'm hemorrhaging some value. I'm not too worried about theta right now just because I have so much time. But I am not. I'm just wondering, should I get out now, save myself a bit of money? Like, is this about to break down? Obviously, if it takes out this low, I have to get out like bar none. Like that's just management. Obviously the trend could be switching there. It's more of, do I want to, do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it? It's done. It is done. Over $50,000 locked in. That is fucking nuts. The play is complete. Here's proof. IWM, I got into it way back when, July 11th. 75 contracts in at $1.64. Yesterday, for reasonable risk management, I had 15. I was out at 850. Today, I took the leftover 60 out at 865. You could believe it. It's right there. If you don't believe it, I don't really give a fuck because I'm the one that has $100,000 in the account right now. Oh, I'm just going to be angry if this is the bounce point and it takes off. I could always get it because as you saw right here, my expiration date was August. So like I could always get back in. This morning, I was a little puckered up when it started to break down. I took the risk, was feeling good, and then this started to pop. But if this breaks down right here, it's just not worth giving up any money. Like I want to lock in the 50K. I mean, I don't know what the exact trade was. What was I? I was out at, I don't know, the average. Let's just even, I mean, someone here could do the math. What was it? 15 times 850. That's 12.75. So 60 times 865. Wait, 60 times 865 plus 12,750. That's 64,650 minus 13,000. Yeah, made 51,000 on that. Made just over 50,000. Made just over 50 buckaroos. 50 stacks on that. 50 stacks, 50 stacks, 50 stacks. And if I wanted to, I could actually, whoa. I can make that another 5 stacks right here if I want to lock this in. If I want to lock this bad mamma jam in. The question is, do I think, are the Qs going to bounce or not? I mean, that's a pretty bad sell-off. That's, of course, now it starts to bounce a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to be mad about it. You can't really be mad when you lock in $50,000. If anything, I'm more than happy to get back into it. More than happy to get back into it, without a doubt. But I would just wait for some sort of consolidation or a drop to get back in. I'm not just going to keep chasing it. Like if I front ran it, yeah, you could argue maybe just my nerves got the best of me, but I would rather just have the money. And I don't know. I would rather, if the option is lock in 50K for sure, or take a risk for like 60, 70K, or on the other side, it might drop to 30 or 20. Well, just give me the 50. Just give me the 50. He swore he wouldn't sell today. What? When did I say I wouldn't sell today? Are you, I don't know what you're saying, because I never said it's trend following. If the trend changes, you gotta sell. It was never like a specific, I'm just going to sell on this date. If the price action is still going in your favor, hold it. If it starts to turn, okay, get out. And the reason where I got a little bit, and maybe I was a little unsettled because of the size of the money. You could fairly argue that because did we get the breakdown? No, I was trying to front run a little bit because I wanted the trade to be 50K. And maybe, like I said, maybe if I held on, it's just this right here is what freaked me out. There was a breakdown at 8:30, 9, and 9:30. It started to push up, And then I just got worried about like the weakness in the SPY, the weakness in the Qs. I mean, look at this, the S&P 500 breaking down, the NASDAQ breaking down. And if things go down, great, I'll just re-enter later at a better value. But the idea of like, oh, I'm not going to sell today. What do you mean? You haven't seen the price action. It was a trend following trade. And I thought that there was a chance that maybe the trend right here, I sold right at this point that the 10 started to break down. And then I was like, uh-oh, are people going to be like me? And then all of a sudden, everyone wants to start taking their profits. Maybe I was early, maybe I was late, but hey, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I don't know. The card said to complete the day. That's not what the card said. The Four of Wands didn't say that. The right here, Four of Wands. A joyous card that reflects a sense of completion. Perhaps you have finished a work project, a piece of art, or a home renovation. This is harmony and happiness and possibly a new romance. A sense of completion. If anything, that sounds like the project's over, mi amigo. That's what completion means. It didn't say, hey, better things are on the horizon. It said sense of completion. It happens, dude. You could always get back in. When your account's above 25K, you're never worrying about pattern day trading. I could always get back in. I gave the trade a solid A. Well done. I would say it's an A-, if I'm being honest. And the reason I would give it an A-, and I don't think that was necessarily a perfect trade, is right here. Because I stated that I wanted this to be trend following. I didn't wait for the official breakdown. I try to front run it. So there is a chance that it never breaks down and it actually just keeps ripping. And technically I got out before I should have. Now, there's other things to consider, like I don't know, it's tough. You're a human. Like, it's one thing to be like following a perfect system and always sticking to it. And I thought I saw a little bit of weakness. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it keeps coming down and I'll feel smart. Maybe it rips up and I feel stupid, but you can't feel that stupid locking in all of the money. So the only critique I would give of myself is I was front running my own exit signal. It never actually fired an exit signal. But the way options work is like with just moving so quickly is if I did wait for that, there's a good chance that maybe like $7,000 of unrealized profit was going to be lost. And I was like, okay, do I really want to take the chance when I'm already up this much? Maybe a better way to balance it was on this. If it's getting a little bit hairy, maybe I should have dumped half. I did have 60. I could have dumped half when I did. And then if it never broke down, I could have kept riding the other half. And if it did break down, I could have dumped it there. I could have met myself in the middle. So obviously I'm happy with the trade because I got the meat of the move. I followed this entire trend to the upside, which is exactly what I wanted to do. But in terms of exit, I do think that there was like a bit of room for improvement. A slight room. Like I'm not upset about it or anything, but you just never know what the next bar is going to be. It could easily come back and it could rip, and I could have got out at, well, not the worst point. The worst point would have been market open, so at least I got out like closer here at 10. But whatever, just a little bit of some real-time analysis on the situation. 9K to 60K is good timing. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy. I think it was a 12K bet. That's how much was on the line. That's how much all the premium cost me. And obviously leaving with 62, so net 50. And then I just a little bit of a kicker play is this extra 4K that I'm up here on the Qs, which are the Qs actually bouncing? What's going on with the Qs? No, I don't think they are. I'm just going to give this time. I could, no, but even those, what I was looking at on the Qs on the daily chart is, so it broke down from this level. I guess my next target is closer to 483. Do I think 483 could actually hit? There's a downside gap fill all the way to 468. Well, and now there's also the upside gap fill to 493. Here, let me make this the proper color. Upside gap fill to 493.15. Major support at 480, major support at 474 and downside gap fill to 468. Obviously, I would in no way be predicting that type of stuff to happen today, but obviously something to consider in terms of like a swing play. The Russell, try to break up. I'm going to give, for me to, I can't re-enter now. That's silly. After this explosion, that's chasing to re-enter. For me to get into this play, if it keeps going, okay, I missed the final portion of it. I got out here. My initial target was up here. I sold about a fifth of it yesterday, pretty close to the high. So it is what it is. For me to get back into this play, I would want to see some sort of dip, and then a little bit of consolidation, and then a return to the upside. And I would get in on the return, risking whatever the low of the dip is. So that would be the criteria for me to go bullish again on the Russell, which I think that will happen. I really, really do. It's just I didn't want to swing such a large position through like a downturn, because really this could come all the way back down to 216 and still be incredibly bullish, but the impact that it would have had on my core play would have been very, very detrimental. So for me, hey, whatever. I think I captured most of the move. I got in right here on the 11th, rolled it all the way up, and we'll just see how it plays out from this moment. ASML, good dip buy, bounce off the put wall. For what? For a day trade? For an investment? I don't know your time frame. So if it's good or not is very like, I don't know if you're looking at like the 3-minute chart. If you're day trading it, I guess you could go long now and risk the intraday low and pray. On the daily chart, I wouldn't touch it yet because I would want to see it break today's high tomorrow or some future date. I don't know your time frame, so that has a huge impact. In a general sense, I still like ASML in the long term just because it seems to be a pivotal company in the world of semiconductors. But I don't know what time frame you're looking at it for, which is going to have a huge impact. As an investment, the day-to-day movement doesn't matter. As an investment, you're probably in this for the next 10, 15, 20, 25 years. So whether you're right or wrong by $50 at this point, that's a small percentage in the long term. It's as an investment, it might be better to buy it on discounts, and it is down by 10%. So like, I guess I don't I agree with that thesis. You might be a little right, you might be a little wrong, but obviously it's better than investing above 1,000. You're just getting a better fill. But I still like ASML in the long term. I really do. Should I buy more AMC and average down? Quick question. Are you stupid? What's so interesting about the answer to that question is it's one and the same. Should you buy more AMC is the same answer as are you stupid? So it's up to you, but it's one and the same. AMC trash or not? No, it's not trash. Certain trash has value. Like, for example, you can bring like metal to junkyards and you'll get paid for like the weight of the metal. So no, it's not trash because certain trash has value. So like that's a tough one. Not trash would be actually the direct answer. Can you look up any infinite on JB and maybe see if any short interest? JOBY, what is that? I feel like I've looked this up before. Oh, this aviation play. I hate the chart. Absolutely hate the chart. You can't make a position now. You're chasing. Like, you could short it if it starts to break down, but you can't chase this. People are so willing to chase, and I find it crazy. The day to get in was when it was breaking out here on the 11th. You can't go long now. What's your risk point? All the way down here? You're going to risk 40, 50% on the play? You can't get into that. No way. The play here is if it starts to break down, you short it and you use this as your risk point. You can't just buy something that's up out of nowhere. How much is it up right now? 37% in less than a week? No way. No way. That's just not good risk management. All right. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Hang on. Just want to set myself up some alerts. And then we need to see how today is going to continue. Hold on to your horses, folks. Hold on to all said horses. All of them. Every single horse you can find, hold on to them. Every single freaking horse you can find. All right, let me check this out. All right, the question here, are we going to have a lower low? Let me turn on these fractals so we can easily pinpoint the highs and the lows, which are taking a quick second to load. Taking a real quick second. Thoughts on Huma, daily cup and handle. My only thoughts on Huma is it's being traded by politicians. So it's just a biotech play, and I hate biotech plays, but it is being apparently supported by Tommy Tuberville, who is now a senator coming from the world of college football. And now it has nothing to do with the fact that he's on the Armed Services Committee. He just is apparently really into trading biotech. But once again, it feels like a chase. It feels like a chase. You're chasing it. Also, where are you seeing a giant cup and handle is what you're seeing. Giant cup, giant handle. Yeah, but the point to get into the cup and the handle is at the bottom of the handle. That's when you're supposed to get into a cup and handle. I see the cup and handle you're talking about. You don't get into the cup and handle at the height of like the left side of the cup, or excuse me, handle, or the right side of the handle. You get in at the bottom of the handle, right when it's starting to form the upper side. This is where you get in, not up here. Man, what's with all you chasey chases in here today? Why are you willing to pay this much when days ago it was all the way down here? You're really willing to pay $8.50 now when last week it was trading at sub $6? You're really willing to chase when it's already up 44%? That's wild. Don't do that. I mean, if you do it, I guess I wish you best of luck. But man, what's AMC? He knew it was Flapjack is like getting upset at a friend for watching the final episode of Game of Thrones and hating it. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, only fucking pea brains don't understand. They're like, you've changed your thoughts. Yeah, it's called new information. The fact that I get so many comments about, oh, wait a second, at one point you were bullish on AMC and now you're not. So that what? That's what people sound like to me. That's 100% what people sound. Yeah, at one point I was bullish on IWM and I just took my money. It's called taking in new information. That's what you do. That's what trading is. That's what life is. This idea of, oh, okay, because years ago you were bullish on something and then all of a sudden, you have to be bullish forever? These people are fucking dimwits. Like, any person who cannot understand the concept of updating your own opinion and thesis as new information comes in, those are the exact people, I will guarantee this, that are losing money in the stock market. 100%, specifically with active trading. If you show me a person who created an opinion on a stock or an option or whatever years ago, and if they don't update that based on new incoming information, I'll show you a person who's not only a loser in trading, but a massive loser. I mean, those are all the same people who blew out their accounts. Let's just be honest. That's what they did. They blew out their accounts. Nah, Matt, if you were a real ape, you would hold those IWM calls till it was worthless. Jesus. People are wild. All right, very, very quickly, just as we're waiting to see if we're going to put in a new low. Hang on, let me set up a breakdown alert just in case. I actually want to show you something really cool, so hold tight. Folks, as we're waiting to see here if the SPY and the Qs and the market is still going to vomit, I want to show you something that maybe is going to give you a little bit of relief. The free Upside app. As you can see, it's right there. Scan it. It is free, Free. It's pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video, and it's one of the coolest apps that I've been using in a hot minute. Once again, this app is free. You log in, you create an account, and all of a sudden, you're going to see these offers for grocery stores, restaurants, gas places. They've partnered up with over 100,000 different businesses, and in all of those, you get deals. So basically, you buy what you would normally buy. You're running through and accepting the deal on the app. Then you complete your purchase. Then you're getting real cash. This ain't any of that funny money. This ain't some of those made up whatever NFTs or some BS like this. This is real cash that will be in your account. And then you can just transfer it to your bank account. So check it out. Once again, it is called Upside. It's a free app. You can scan it there, but I do want to show you something really, really cool. I have it right here. What I just noticed in my area, check this out. All right, so I was looking at what is near me in New York. You can, this is how impactful it can be. You can get 63 cents off per gallon of gas. So if you're wondering how good are these deals, you can get 63 cents off per gallon of gas. But right now, actually, if you use that particular deal, as you're going to see, using that code KOHRS, KOHRS, you can get an extra 25 cents. So this isn't just like a little thing where you're like, oh, is it even worth my time? No, it's actually truly impactful. In fact, it's so impactful that the average power users of Upside can save over $300 per year. Right now, obviously, these people who are using groceries, if you have a larger family, traveling quite a bit, there's even some businesses, there's reports of saving thousands a month, and Upside as a company is paying out over $1 million per week to its users. So right now, I think it's absolutely awesome. Top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use the code KOHRS, KOHRS, to get an extra 25 cents off back for every gallon on your first tank of gas, or scan the QR code. That's obviously right there, and you can claim the offer. Once again, it's the free Upside app. You're getting groceries. You could go to restaurants. You could get gas. They're partnered up with over 100,000. It's easy. It's an intuitive UI. It's an easy UX. And I'm telling you, download it. Look at what's going on in your area. And I'd be willing to bet that you're going to be surprised about how good some of the deals are. And obviously, if you use that code KOHRS, they're going to sweeten your first deal. So definitely check it out. They recently partnered up with us for the past 2 weeks. You know that we've been doing the increased giveaways for Payday Friday. It's all thanks to companies like this. So obviously, show them a little bit of love. Shout out to Upside, and also shout out to all of you who are literally actively downloading it right now to check out what the deal is all about. It is truly much appreciated. Pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. Oh, really? Jay Keith, you found a 65 cent? I mean, some of the ones are crazy. As I was going through, that's one of the biggest ones, but 65 and then another 25 with the code KOHRS. You're saving 90 cents per gallon of gas. That is a crazy offer. So you just go through it, you buy what you normally would, you go through the prompt, and then it's cash in the app, and then you could transfer that to your bank account. Pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. Pretty easy peasy. All right, where are we at here? Is there any update? Breaking. Donald Trump warns Fed Chair Powell not to cut rates before 2024 election, according to the Financial Times. What? Donald Trump warns U.S. Fed Chair not to cut rates before the election. Ex-president says he would let Jay Powell finish term at central bank if he was doing the right thing. Ooh, spicy. What is this one? Druckenmiller may have done it again, loading up on small cap before great rotation. Analysts say the move isn't done yet. Dude, Druckenmiller. We all know Druckenmiller is just fading me. When you see option positions in 13F filings, they value each of those options as if they were worth 100 shares. So Druckenmiller doesn't own 3.1 million. He has 31,000 calls. All right, he played it with a little bit bigger size than I did. I only had 75. We don't know the exact calls, but based on our position data, I think it's closer to a 30 delta. So 200 million, which is closer to 5% allocation of his portfolio. So 5% going into it. What is this one?
Look at the map right now. That gets Donald Trump to 303. And there's new polling today that shows the president's approval rating in these battleground states is below 40. The president's ballot number right now is below 40 in most of those states, and it's at 42 in Nevada. It's very hard in 16 weeks. We count the votes 16 weeks from tonight to turn that around.
16 weeks.
Democrats are now worried. They think, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but what they're saying is the president's going to have to spend more time and more resources on places like Virginia because it's competitive, on places like New Hampshire because it's competitive. You look at this map as it plays out, and there are Democrats making the case, and we have Wisconsin blue here. Let's move Wisconsin over here. There are Democrats making the case that Donald Trump is on a viable path as of today to get to 330 electoral votes or even higher, because they see other states in here. The Trump campaign says Minnesota. The Trump campaign says maybe New Mexico. Let's be cautious. Those are blue states traditionally, but the president's standing, his approval rating, his ballot number, people's views about how old he is, and people who view the state of the economy are very bad for the president right now. And so even if you just go back to where we start, Donald Trump is in command. The numbers are getting worse for the president, Wolf, and Donald Trump has an opportunity with this convention to build it even more.
That's nuts. That would be a dominant performance. Oops. How are we doing? Crypto looking pretty good, but the rest of the market, Qs are bouncing a little bit on the intraday, but still. Crypto's down 2%. The SPY's down 1%. That's brutal. Meet McKay. Shut up, McKay. Folks, for those of you who don't know, McKay he's in YouTube right now. He's the right-hand man of Meet Kevin. He's the man behind the scenes that makes a lot of the stuff happen. Shout out, man. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Also, congrats to you guys. I see you've been covering a lot of what's just the recent craziness with Trump, and I see that you guys are getting some serious views. So shout out to you guys. You're crushing it as always. Crushing it as always. All right, I just want to know what in the world is going down. What in the world is going down? If you are in the Discord, by the way, Piper did fire. Piper's in there. I should have tagged everyone. It was actually a really strong signal today. Not that anyone's surprised. Hey, look at you guys. Where's all those chatty Cathys that said I got out too early? Where's all those chatty Cathys? I see that you guys got a little bit quiet over there. A little bit quiet. I've noticed now that maybe I did time it properly. Maybe locking in that bag was the right play to do. Maybe Druckenmiller's going to have to take a play out of my playbook to figure out how to handle the situation. Oh, anywho, I think it's funny. I think it's funny how everyone's willing to chirp when it goes a little bit in their favor. And then all of a sudden, when the prevailing trend picks back up, nothing but silence. Nothing but silence. All right. SPY looking a little weak. Q's looking a little choppy. Did the spot gamma data ever end up loading in? So the data's loading in there. Is it just the hero that's having an issue? Oh, no, it's back now. So there must have been some sort of data lag. Here, let me load in. So this is for the SPY. Options are dumping on the SPY. Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's look at the Mag 7. For those of you who need a quick recap, the Magnificent Seven is Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Tesla put together. Let's see what's going on in the options market there. They're actually holding a little bit more constant than I thought they would. From 10:30 to now, it's going up. I don't know what the action was before. Looks like we're missing out on a little bit of data, but the Qs are picking up ever so slightly. While you have the SPY just getting a dude, they are dumping on the SPY. Look at this. Holy shit. Calls are getting sold like no other, and puts are being bought like no other. That is crazy. This is getting a little bit murked there, brother. I'm actually surprised that the Mag 7's holding up so strong in the face of the SPY getting hit like this. That's nuts. Wow, wait, what's the daily chart looking like right now? SPY. Gap down, I don't know, obviously big support right there, 555.83, so about $3 away. The Qs are breaking its first layer of support. If the Qs close out the day below 486, I think that sets up a pretty evident shot to 480. I really, really do. I really do. So I'll be watching that to see how this plays out. But I do, once again, I find it interesting that people are getting a bit more aggressive on these tech plays. The Russell starting for the first time in a while to show a bit of weakness. And what I mean the first time in a while, we're pushing that line. We have not seen it below its own EMA cloud since Wednesday, July 10th, and I took a long position on the 11th. This is where I got in, was the 11th, but the 10th right here is the last time it showed any sign of weakness. I wrote it up, and up. Happened to be a strong trend, but now there's something a little suspect going on. So yes, I'm actually very, very happy I got out of my position. I'm absurdly happy I got out of my position because for all I know, this is going to come down. And if it broke this, I mean, my position would have lost tens of thousands of dollars of value if this breaks. So I'm actually, in retrospect, obviously happy to see how this is playing out, or I guess I'm happy with the position. See, the Qs are trending up, which is not so surprising given what's going on with the options market. We're seeing higher highs. We're seeing higher lows. The options are getting a bit aggressive here. Once again, it's not for the NASDAQ, but we know the NASDAQ is controlled by the top 7 tech companies, i.e. the Mag 7. So if this keeps shutting up, I think the Qs actually have on an intraday basis a chance at recovery. But all of a sudden, if you see these options dump, I think the chance of a recovery on the intraday is slim to none. The SPY's catching a little bit of a bid. It sold real hard until about 1040. It tried to bounce now, and now it's just getting hit once again. What's going on? Wow. Not a good... What is... DJT is the only green thing today. Coin's a little green. DJT is the biggest gainer on my watch list. Oil's trading at 82. Texas Roadhouse is green because it's illegal to let Texas Roadhouse go red. Broadcom is down 5%. NVIDIA is down 5%. We're seeing semiconductors get smoked. If you want to know the best way to check semiconductors in general, look up SMH, the Van Eck Semiconductor ETF. Remember, an ETF, an exchange traded fund, it's a basket of stocks. What's in this particular basket is all those processing chip companies, i.e. semiconductors. That's what's the semiconductor ETF. So think NVIDIA, Broadcom, Micron, Intel, Qualcomm, Intel, I already said that one, AMD, ASML, TSMC, all those players. That's what this particular basket is. So you can just see semiconductors are getting rocked right now. I don't think it really officially switches till bearish though, unless it breaks below like 255, 254. I'd be watching resistance, support. I'd be watching this 254 to 256 level. So just call it 255. So still obviously bullish. It's been bullish ever since literally November of 2023, just ripped. Took a little bit of a breather, caught itself and kept pushing, but we might have a bit of a overshoot double top type of a situation. So yeah, watch that 254 to 256 level if you want the general concept of what's happening with semiconductors. But NVIDIA's getting to that danger zone of a potential breakdown. Obviously, if it bounces right off of that, it's a phenomenal buy. You took on minimal risk and you might be able to ride it back up, but just be cognizant of the fact that it did put in a lower high, which is a little suspect. Lower highs in the same low. If the same buyers aren't there, if they don't have the same demand, that could get a little bit suspect. Meta is officially breaking down. We were talking about this early this morning in the trading Discord. Broke down. We're continuing to see this sell. So right now, the bears are in control on Meta. Netflix is also breaking down. How's SMCI? That's one semiconductor. Ooh, even SMCI is kind of giving way. Tesla. So Tesla's interesting. So you might be thinking, well, hang on. Why is everything getting murked, but Tesla isn't? Don't forget that out of all these players in the Mag 7, Tesla is the one that is specifically sensitive to interest rates, because when you're an automaker and people need to buy your cars, most people buy it with a loan, obviously meaning that it is very, very important to study what's happening with the interest rates. And now that it's predicted that the interest rates we're going to get our first cut in September and potentially 3 this year, it's going to benefit companies that are in need of capital, i.e. the small cap sector. And it's also going to benefit companies that their product is like directly related to interest rates either going up or down. Well, I should actually say indirectly related. But anyway, yes, Tesla very obviously, as of now, at the current phase of the business, is going to be very, very, very impacted by loan rates because people need loans to buy cars. It's not that big of a mental jump. So right now with Tesla, it kind of was doing nothing when the rest of the tech sector was ripping. There's other things to explain this, but one major thing is just people aren't buying cars because loans were expensive. And now that it's predicted that rates are going to get cut, potentially 3 by the end of this year, well, obviously the stock market is always a forward-looking mechanism. So then when you have that and other related excitement, such as the robo-taxi network, this, that, the other thing, potentially just Elon being buddies with Trump, potentially the movement to Texas, the fact that they got all the legal woes behind them in terms of his pay package, and he's going to do all the AI development within the Tesla business, like legal business unit. There was a couple of things that all came together in almost like a perfect storm situation that clearly pumped it up. I mean, it ripped from 180 to almost 280, hit 270 like it's nothing, and it's holding even though tech is taking a hit. So obviously worthwhile to put on your watch list, and I think a worthwhile discussion of why it's behaving a bit differently than the rest of the Mag 7. What do we have? Exxon jumping this week. So don't forget, crude oil inventories just came out like 30 minutes ago. Oops, and there goes my phone. Well, now my phone's gone for the rest of the show, so that's going to be that. The Dow up, everything else. Well, remember what these all are. S&P 500 is 500 of the largest, most influential companies. The NASDAQ is 100 subset of that. That is a little bit more tech focused. No financial plays in the NASDAQ. The Dow 30 is literally just 30. It's like, I don't know, in my mind, and this might not be 100% accurate, I always think of it as like a little bit more related to consumer staples and consumer like discretionary. What's in the Dow 30? Let's see what's currently in it. Let's see the Dow 30. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, JP Morgan, Walmart, Visa, United Health Group, Procter & Gamble, J&J, and Home Depot are the top 10. So yes, there are some tech plays, but it's like some of the biggest ones. It's not really necessarily like what some media refers to as like the fad. And then you have McDonald's, you have Disney. It's not as tech focused as the SPY and the Qs are. Yes, you have some tech. Well, the Dow's in the Dow. This is the Dow, like the chemical company. You have some financial plays. So it's just a different swath of like what you're measuring. But obviously the biggest ones are right here: Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, which are also the same people you see in the SPY and you see them in the Qs and you see them in the Mag 7. Right now, there are a small grouping of companies that really do dominate what's happening in all the major indexes. So if something, well, NVIDIA is not in this one, which is probably why. Actually, Intel is the only semiconductor play that I see in this. Yeah, had this been a little bit more weighted in the world of semiconductors, the Dow would be having a very, very different day. Wait, I saw that Caterpillar was doing pretty well the other day, wasn't it? Cat? Yeah, Cat's picking up. This is one we only talk about every once in a while, but it went off on some of my alerts due to the breakout. So yesterday, 2 days ago, that would have been a great buy. You could have got in Tuesday at market open, or a breakout. For me, if I'm going to play it, I'd almost have to wait for like a little bit of a pullback. I don't want to just arbitrarily chase it. I was a little late to the party, and when you're late to the party, you just don't go at that point. Being late to a party in real life is cool. Being late to the party in the stock market, super not cool. So I missed this breakout. I think a couple of you have been following it. So if you did, congrats. That's awesome. I missed this play, unfortunately, but Caterpillar, which is probably another one that's going to be very interest rate sensitive. When people buy this machinery, when they do building, like all of that stuff, it's going to be an interest rate sensitive company. And that's exactly why starting on Thursday the 11th, when it became well known by the market that we're going to start cutting rates, this thing just started to rip. It's not that big of a surprise of what we're seeing in Caterpillar. So probably just another one worthwhile to put on your watch list. The SPY showing some weakness, the Q showing some weakness, and now even the Russell is today. Today could very well, if the SPY makes a new intraday low and the Q's make a new intraday low, this could be a big bar sell-off type of a day. If you are degenerately holding onto a call position or a bullish position in a general sense for a very short time frame, if we see fresh lows, please understand This is the type of stuff that we discuss in far more detail in the Discord. But when you have a big move day, the odds of closing near the extreme, whether you're having a very bullish day or a very bearish day, the odds of closing like right at the extreme are very high. So you're not going to see much of a wick. So today, obviously, the SPY's down by 1.16%. The Qs are down by 2.2. That's already a big move day. So the odds of closing near today's low is very high. Is it a guarantee? Absolutely not. But it is a very, very high scenario. So basically, I like just wouldn't be betting on a mean reversion. Mean reversion plays have higher odds actually on like kind of choppy, weird days. But when you have these strong trend days, you don't want to fight the trend. There's no point. Why does it keep the 5-minute bearish, the 10-minute bearish, the 30-minute bearish? On the daily chart, we're below the previous close. Why does it keep doing this? The 5-minute bearish, the 10-minute bearish, the 30-minute bearish, the daily chart, we're below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the previous closing. This is a big move day, folks. I don't know how big the move is going to be. That's a different mathematical question, but I am telling you that the odds of closing near the extreme are very high. Right now on ES, we're below the low of the past 2 days, and we might be looking at Friday. Friday's low might be in our sights, but don't fight the trend. Fighting the trend is how you get steamrolled. This is not the day to be doing mean reversion, as in like, oh, I think there might be a little bounce back. If anything, if you miss this play, you'd want to look for a little bounce back. And when that bounce starts to fail, like a dead cat bounce, that's when you want to execute your trade to go with the trend. So right here, don't fight the trend. And also don't arbitrarily just short at the low of the day. If anything, you look at the trend, wait for a short time period that is opposite of the prevailing trend for whatever time frame you're on. And then when that short trend starts to fail and go back in alignment with the larger trend, that's when you want to execute your trade. I hope that makes sense. I think I explained it in a way that like kind of makes sense, but we'll see. What did I miss this morning? You missed your boy locking in $50,000 right here. Here's the proof. Past month, the account is up 216%, up just below 69 grand. I am dropping everything today. I'm dropping my positions. I'm dropping my phone. I'm dropping my pen. This is apparently the day of dropping. Oh, also, I don't know if it matters to you, but in terms of the tarot card that I picked, I did pick the 4 of Wands, which is by its own definition, kind of representative of completion. You're done with the task. You're done with the project. So yes, because I drew the 4 of Wands, I officially locked in my 50 grand on this because the market gods told me I was done. If you're not trading with tarot cards, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, fundamental analysis is fine, but it's for losers. Yeah, technical trading is fine, but it's for losers. The really cool people, the people who rip cigarettes and wear leather jackets and assless chaps with nothing under it, those are the people who use tarot cards to trade the market. I'm telling you. You might disagree, you might agree, but I'm just giving you facts. Like, don't shoot the messenger. This is just how it goes. This is just the life. This is just the life. I think you guys sent in some things to react to. Let me double check that. What is this? Update. Oh, hang on. Update. Here are the members of Congress who have made the most in stock market so far this month, the month of July 2024. The annual congressional salary is $174,000, which is interesting when you realize that Pelosi has made over $5 million, Mitt Romney has made $3 million, Pete Ricketts has made $2 million. You have Mark Warner also clocking in just below 2, and then to round out the top 5, you have Darrell Issa, who is also just below 2. He's more like 1.7. Not a bad 2 to 3 week return when you get paid $174K. So that's crazy. That seems super suspect and probably shouldn't be a thing. Matt Gaetz mocking Kevin McCarthy. That's funny.
speaking? What night are you speaking? Are you speaking tonight? Or no? Hey, you're not. If you took that stage, you would get booed off of it. You would get booed off the stage.
Is this a politician literally heckling another politician to his face? Is he about to throw hands with that old guy? Did you guys see that at the end there? Dude, they're roostering each other right there. This is a slow-mo rooster, but Gates is about to throw hands with this old gentleman. You don't see that often. A politician trolling another politician to his face. That's pretty funny. MTG absolutely destroys reporter from the Times. This is how to deal with lying legacy media. They are completely done for. MTG is a lioness.
Like me, President Trump, you know, I have some of the most highest amount of death threats because of people like you. Because you choose to only take certain words from people, and then that's what you want to report. Shame on you. Shame on you.
But
Because no. You're the problem. And where's this woman from?
The Times.
You're
London.
from the Times? Okay, you're ridiculous. And you're the problem in our country. You lie about people like me. This is the first time you've ever talked to me. I want you to know, I'm a regular person like you. I'm also a mom. I have 3 kids. And we have to put up with the most unreal amount of bullshit because of little liars like you that take your job and turn it into political activism. Your job is the press. You should report the news. Not lie about it. You don't get to ask any more questions. I'm done with you. Okay. Because you're the cause. You're the cause of our country. No. You're the cause of our country being divided. You're the cause of our country being divided. You're the cause of President Trump almost being assassinated. You're the cause of everything wrong in America. No, you're done. You're done. Yeah, go back.
Thank you.
Is JD Vance going to be?
If you're a reporter and you're not asking MTG about space lasers, what are you doing? Like, the way I know that reporter was just kind of like a whatever, know-nothing reporter is because you're talking to MTG and you're not asking about space lasers? Not asking about space lasers? Blows my mind. But it's just that's what they... Oh, I saw this. Okay. Alex Stein, the comedian who trolls everyone, is now trolling the Young Turks.
The government.
Sank is transgender. Sank is transgender.
Government.
No, I'm not. I don't know.
Hey, get out of here, man. What the hell? Jesus Christ with these lunatic Republicans.
The government.
He was literally doing an interview with Piers Morgan, and he started yelling, Cenk is transgender. Like an actual interview. Dude, the guy has balls. You might like him, you might not, but man, he puts a smile on your face. Refugees are great unless they personally impact you, then not so much. The short-sightedness of this guy is astounding.
So you do believe we should open the border?
Yeah.
What do you think of all these MAGA Republicans that are saying, you know, close the border?
No, I don't agree with the MAGA position on just about anything.
And it doesn't scare you if we open the border, maybe some illegal people could come in that maybe they're traffickers?
I don't buy that. Immigrants flowing into the United States is a net benefit for the economy.
All right, because we have Juan here who he needs a home. Yeah. So all we're asking for, sir, is like if you could house him for a minimum of 3 months.
No, I'm not going to house anybody. I don't.
Wait.
No,
he's a good guy and he's a hard worker. I swear.
Don't doubt it. I have a very small place. No, I live alone and
But sir, here's my question. If we're going to open the border and you're not willing to provide... Yeah, he said yeah.
He said what?
Oh,
No.
It's opposite day, so it means yes.
Anyway, I'll say good evening.
Sir, can we at least agree that you don't actually believe in an open border?
Not in that sense, no.
So you do believe we should open the border?
It is opposite day. Is this the dumbest person alive? Mine's just so blown. The guy was just so straight-faced about it. Yeah, transitional paper. This is the smartest thing to teach your kids.
Today my kids' rent is due, so let's collect their payment. Each week they get paid $5 for the chores they do around the house, and we charge them $1 for rent, $1 for food, and $1 for utilities at the start of each month. Jordan has paid his rent this month, and once their payment has been made, we mark it off on the tracker sheet to confirm the payment in the binder. Before they spend the remaining $2, we ask them if they can afford the purchase. Is it a want or a need? And will future you be happy that you brought it? This is to help them not emotionally spend on toys and sweets and develop an understanding on how to spend their money towards other categories like savings, spending, and
Honestly,
etc.
a pretty
As this
smart
is
way
something
to
schools
teach
don't teach
money.
kids, and we wanted our kids to learn about expenses and bills in a safe environment. And this has worked amazingly for us.
Honestly, a pretty smart way. I would assume the money that they're paying, utilities, rent, whatnot, is probably just being put into like an account for the kid. But especially for younger kids, that's a good way to teach them a little bit about money management. Honestly, those kids at that age are probably better at managing money than like a lot of adults in the US. So I don't know. Interesting concept. You know who's not good at managing the money? The stock market. The stock market is getting hit, brother. All right, folks, where was I at? What was I doing? That's pretty much it for today. Your boy locked in a lot of money. I have to go to the DMV and get a license today because now I'm an old 30-year-old man. And apparently at 30, you have to get a new license. So that's me today. But I'm going to be hanging out in the Discord a bit. Folks, if you're very interested in how I did this, and what my thought process was, my risk management, my thesis, my targets. We talked a lot about systematic trading, obviously a lot about option trading. It's not some like signal bullshit where I'm feeling this. What we try to do is base things on math of X amount of times we've seen this occurrence before. These are the odds of the situation. And with proper bet sizing, how can you take advantage of it? So if you're joining the Discord and your mindset is like, oh, I just want someone like spoon feed me trades, that you're going to end up like not enjoying it. But if you want to be with a community of other people who are trying to like actually trade and seriously learn about the market and have net profitable strategies, not just random trades here and there, yes, this is for you. And you could get the first month for 100% free if you put in the code Cooney. It's pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video. And I'm more than happy to break down everything that's happened in the past month of how I was able to lock in about $69,000. That's what I have for you. I hope to see you in the Discord. Shout out to Upside. It's in the description of the video. If you want some free kickbacks on groceries, dining, gas, I highly recommend you check it out. And if you use that code CORS, you'll get an even better deal on your first tank of gas. Absolutely love it myself. That's what I have for you. We're going to be posting content later on today and then streaming once again tomorrow morning. I hope to see you there. Best of luck in the markets. Peace out. Love you all. Thanks for the good vibes.